We've got ourselves some crazy news in the crypto space, and you have to press that like button right now. I'm not going to keep you long. I'm just going to quickly cover exactly what is going on. It's extremely important, extremely crazy, and this makes you realize that this system is so stupid, it makes me almost pull my hell out. I meant to say hair. But please, please, please understand, this system, the entire system, is not designed to make you win. But for some reason, it seems that these guys are trying to do everything they can to make your odds worse and worse and worse. And now if you've pressed that like button, take a look at this. The US SEC has just gone after one of the only proper remaining US crypto exchanges called Kraken. It's by far one of the most popular, by far one of the most spotless records. The SEC charges Kraken for operating as an unregistered securities exchange slash broker. And this means a couple different things. But guys, one of the most important parts of this SEC action here is that this means multiple different cryptos that you and I know and love are once more being called securities. Because basically, that's the only basis Kraken has for bringing cases like this. They're saying, some of the things transacting on your platform, not good. And that's why the SEC claims to have authority. And if you're wondering, here's a part of the list of different cryptos that the SEC likes to go after. ADA, Axie, Algo, Atom, Chiz, Cody, Dash. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Let's go to the left. There we go. File, Flow, ICP, Mana, Matic, Near, OMG, Sand, and Solana. Oh my days. And two more interesting things. We've got to talk about that in this video. You can first of all, in this screenshot, see SEC v Bittrex. Now, again, before we move on with the craziest news of today, if you had any money on Bittrex, well, they officially filed for bankruptcy. They're officially done. Well, they did that a while back. Now they're saying, no more saving it. No restructuring. Take your money off. I personally still have money on there. But I don't know, or I should say I didn't know, that they were still operating. I thought I had to wait and file a claim or something like that. But apparently not. Apparently, people can go to Bittrex, take their money out if it was still stuck on there. Again, Bittrex, for all my 2017 people, was one of the most famous crypto exchanges at the time. Last couple of years, I kind of never heard about it anymore. But perhaps some of my old viewers are still watching thinking, damn, I had money on there. Think about it, take a look into it, and take it off. I believe you can still trade till the 4th of December, and after that, you can only withdraw. But I'd say that's still pretty nice. And then the second part of this says, and that's where things get crazy, guys. It gets really crazy. SEC v Binance. There's another part of the SEC v Coinbase that we could get into, but I believe the last update was last week. And that update was this: the judge ruled Coinbase and SEC granted equal argument time, so it wasn't really too crazy, not too spectacular. No, but we got something that I'd say is game changing. And let me tell you why. What just happened is the biggest, craziest SEC, I'm not sure if I should call it filing, request, or whatever you want to call it. It's the craziest, most outrageous, and it makes you think, does the SEC really need more money to pay for what? Salaries or what? Because what I'm about to show you. Oh, guys, the reason I'm not clicking is because it's that crazy. But here we go anyway. The US SEC is seeking $4 billion from Binance to end it all. $4 billion. 4 billion doublones, schmeckles, 4 billion of them. That is the absolute craziest I've ever seen the SEC go for. If you thought the Ripple case was big, whoa, take a look at this, huh? And now Altcoin Daily had a funny post. CZ always knew. He's been telling us this whole time the Department of Justice seeks $4 billion from Binance for settlement. He knew, right? No, but in all seriousness, this is the craziest of craziest things I have seen to date from the SEC. Here's a little funny meme, by the way. But it really seems they're trying to destroy crypto. I can't think of it any other way. And Kevin, rightfully so, said, I believe the US is getting desperate and looking for new streams of revenue. because it's absolutely crazy. $4 billion. $4 billion. Now, I should also add again, with regards to the SEC's action against Kraken just now, because obviously with Binance, they're just basically raising the exact amount. With Kraken, even though the SEC went after Kraken before, this is an extension of that. But even Senator Cynthia Lummis, a U.S. Senator from Wyoming, had some interesting words to say. The SEC cannot continue ruling by enforcement. My statement on the Kraken lawsuit below. The SEC cannot continue ruling by enforcement. Crypto asset companies have repeatedly tried to get guidance from the SEC only to be hit with enforcement actions, causing unnecessary harm to consumers. It is time for Congress to pass a regulatory framework to provide clear rules to the SEC on what is a security and what is a commodity. The Lummis-Gillibrand Responsible Financial Act Innovation Act will rein in the SEC and allow financial innovation to thrive in the US. And I should once more add something, and that is that, you know who's most unfair this is towards? All these different cryptos that are mentioned. Why? Because they can act as an amicus curiae. They can come inside of this lawsuit and say, hey, we want to defend ourselves as kind of like an independent party, but they cannot defend their case. What I mean is, it's Kraken being sued, and let's say Cardano was mentioned in this case. It's not Cardano being sued or ADA being properly gone after. So these guys cannot go ahead and state their arguments. Kraken, in theory, is going to have to do it for them, which is the annoying part. Meaning, in theory, these cryptos are nearly impossible to be cleared as well because the filings and the problem is with Kraken acting as something. But the reason it's so hard to clear is because now Kraken has to defend all these different cryptos in the process to say, hey, these guys are all good, so what we're doing is not illegal. Or they're going to have to say, regardless of what these guys do, what we're doing is not illegal. The first one being extremely hard because you're going to have to defend 16 different cryptos. We know how long the Ripple case took with XRP. Yeah, that's a difficult battle. Or they're going to have to distance themselves from all of them, which means that the SEC's stance on them still remains forever until they're individually gone after. So even if this does resolve, it's still not certain that this will be extremely bullish for all those cryptos mentioned. It could be, depending on what type of framework comes out, or maybe perhaps if the SEC gets a slap on the back. Not a good slap on the back, right? A slap on the back from the, like, you're choking, or when your friend's being a little bit too crazy or something, so you give him a little to correct him again, to make him understand, hey, you know? But yeah, as I said, don't want to take much of your time. Just wanted to quickly point out just how crazy this was. Some of the most unhinged news I've seen in a good while. And funny enough, a lot of this news drops at 5 a.m. Dubai time. I'm not sure why the SEC always likes to do things so late in the day. Do it at 9 in the morning, 7 in the morning, your DC time or whatever, you know? So I can easily enjoy it, but no, it always has to be 2 a.m., huh? Anyway, every single day I look forward to the SEC getting some sort of repercussions, but they're not, and so all we can do is just accept it. XRP luckily is fine, and I think many cryptos in the next couple of years will be cleared if the SEC won't get corrected, but they have to be, because this cannot go on any longer. And I'd say more and more people are starting to notice, which is good. But yeah, that was the craziest news for right now. And as I said before, make sure you put your notification bell on if you want to be updated every single time something crazy happens. And that's about it.